tonight. Some big news coming out of Tampa. This, according to Travis Yost, Tampa Bay continues to aggressively pursue an Erik Karlsson trade. Still have interest in other defensive options across the league. Will upgrade somewhere. So, wow. If the Bolts could land a guy like Erik Karlsson at the deadline, what would that do to this team's chances of hoisting the cup?
On paper, it makes them the favorite, the runaway, not the big favorite.
Yeah.
Right. But as we like to say, game isn't played on paper, it's played on ice. You know what? Just because you get the biggest name out there doesn't mean that it's going to have the biggest impact. Is he too big of a personality coming into a room? Dano, you've been on numerous teams that have had a big or some personality come in and then not much personality come in, and there's a big difference.
It all depends on the leadership in your locker room, in Tampa Bay's locker room. And I'm going to use one example. We only added one big name for the most part during one of our Stanley Cup runs when we won in 2000, and that was Alexander McGillney. And we heard this is going to be a scary proposition. Big personality, big name. But we had great leadership. Alex came in and fit in like a glove, brought what we needed him to bring, score the big goal when needed. He was elated to be on a team that had a chance to win, and everything was beautiful. Now, you add a big name, a big personality. We know how good Karlsson, he's outstanding. But to do it could upset a team that's already flying high and doing well. You know what I mean, Billy?
Yeah.
The fact that sometimes it doesn't work out perfectly because you're taking minutes from some guy that is having a good year. Sometimes you can overkill, is my opinion, at the trade deadline. And a lot of times it's just those subtle trades. Who wouldn't want Erik Karlsson? He's one of the best defensemen the game has ever seen. He's outstanding. Having a little bit of a tough time in Ottawa, that's gone hand in hand with his team.
Here's my huge question, and correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, McGillney, as you said, bigger personality. But did he have a leadership role? Meaning, did he want a leadership role when he came to New Jersey?
No, he just wanted to fit in.
Okay.
He loved it.
Karlsson has been a leader for a long time. Now, he's going to a team that has a pretty strong leadership crew in, no particular order, Stamkos, Hedman. They brought in Kunitz to be part of that. Dan Girardi.
You can't have enough leaders, Billy. Don't forget that.
Okay, but how does that play into it?
The chemistry of the team.
Well, how
we
much
hear
does
that
it roll?
word a lot, but it means something.
Right, but so he doesn't need to be a leadership there, meaning he doesn't need to be a captain there.
Right.
They already have those other guys. So I think if he's willing to just do his thing.
Maybe it frees him up a little bit just to be.
Maybe, but think about your top three
the great
defense.
all-world type of defenseman he is and use his skill set.
Right. I mean, Hedman, Karlsson, Strawman, throw in a Sergachev, throw in a Girardi. Think about that. I mean, you want to talk about a Christmas in February for people down in Tampa if that happens.
Now, we've heard the rumors, right? And that's what we hear.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Having said that, Steve Yzerman is a lot like my former general manager and the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Keeps things close to the vest, so I want to know who's getting those scoops, because he's not one of those guys, you know, to leak. Right now,
by the way, right now in Tampa, Steve Yzerman might be sitting in his office doing this. Got him. Look at those guys.
Am I
exactly
correct on saying?
Absolutely correct.
He's old school a little bit like that. You know, some GMs will leak it, some to reporters or to their buddy in the media, but he doesn't strike me as one of those guys.
Okay.
Steve likes to really make it happen, and you'll know after.
Yeah, we'll find out when he tells us it went down. And we didn't even